The Packers lose a tough one at home against the Cardinals and fire Mike McCarthy. I've got highlights and details coming up, so stick around. This video is brought to you by Packer Fan Cave. Everything you need to turn your man cave into a Packer fan cave. You can check them out at packerfancave.net. There is a link in the description below this video. So the Packers lost a tough one at home against the Cardinals. Let's get into these highlights here. Started out as a defensive game. There was no score in the first quarter. And early in the second quarter, Jair Alexander with this awesome punt return gave the Packers good field position, and Packers used this field position and found some momentum, getting the ball to Davante Adams and to Randall Cobb, and setting up for fourth down and 4 yards to go. Rodgers finds Davante Adams in the back of the end zone. His feet did both come down in bounds, and Packers go up 7-0 there. Cardinals answer back with this touchdown, making it 7-7, and then Packers moving the ball again, finding Jamal Williams for this first down and for this first down here, and eventually not finding the end zone. Mason Crosby putting up 3. So the Packers go into halftime up 10-7. And the Cardinals start the second half with the ball, but don't do anything with it. Punt it to the Packers, and the Packers trying to put a drive together, stalls out. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted. And then the Cardinals finding this big play here and this big play here, which set them up for this field goal to tie the game up at 10. And Packers unsuccessful on offense, give the ball back, and Cardinals find this big play here. Did fumble it, but it went out of bounds quick. And then this big play here, just bull rushing forward on that, and then sets up for this touchdown right here. So the Cardinals take the lead at 17-10. Packers pretty much got to move the length of the field on this one, and a nice end around here, but can't quite keep his feet under him. Definitely decent pickup though. And then Rodgers spreading the ball around, finding different targets, and doing what he does, moving around. Look at him pointing, directing traffic down there. Finds Davante Adams right along the sideline for that one, and then Aaron Jones finds the end zone. And then Packers defense look like they're getting it done. And on 3rd and 23, Larry Fitzgerald somehow makes that catch, which sets up for a drive that ends in that field goal. So the Cardinals take the lead at 20-17, and Packers get the ball back with just over a minute to, move down the field. Rodgers doing his best here, running down and throwing it, getting it into field goal range, 49-yarder. And to tie up the game, Mason Crosby does not get it, and the game ends at 20-17, Cardinals. And then surprising move, firing Mike McCarthy at this point in the season. I don't think anybody really expected him to be back next year, but at the same time, I thought it was a surprising move. I wasn't expecting to hear that Mike McCarthy got fired at this point in the season, and Joe Philben is going to be stepping in for him as the interim head coach for the rest of this year. So I'm interested to see how that goes. I'm Not quite sure what to expect out of Joe Philben. But good luck to you, Joe. And, let's get this Packers team turned around. I know a lot of Packer fans are going to be excited about this move, getting rid of Mike McCarthy. You've been hearing a lot of it lately, people just talking about wanting him gone. And I guess, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that turns out. I do think as much complaining as Packer fans do about Mike McCarthy, I do think give it a few years, and once the emotion level lowers, kind of the same as Brett Favre. People hated him right away when he left the team, and people have kind of come back to respecting Brett Favre for what he did for the Packers team. And I think in the long run, people are going to come back to respecting Mike McCarthy. I think he really did have a good career here in Green Bay. His regime as Packers coach can boast a Super Bowl championship. They can boast a 15-1 season. They can boast 8 playoff appearances in a row. He definitely did have a good career here in Green Bay. I definitely think that it was time for him to leave, and maybe not at this point in the season. I don't know. I I am not the type that usually wants to see a coaching change in the mid-season. But at the same time, like I said, I wasn't expecting him to be back next year. I guess at this point, I don't know what good it would have really done anybody to keep him around. And we'll just have to see, what's going to happen moving forward. Not only what's going to happen with the rest of this season, but what's going to happen after the season's over. Who's going to be the next head coach of the Green Bay Packers? What are your guys' thoughts out there? Are you happy about Mike McCarthy getting fired? Are you a little nervous about what this means for the team? Leave your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. Hit that little bell icon so you get notifications every time I upload new content. Share this video with your friends. For the Packer Fan Network, I am Mark Schneider.